My nigga Dave Chappelle be bombing like a motherfucker. I'm just keeping it real, dog. I have watched, whenever they say, hey, everybody, guess what? Special guest, Dave Chappelle. I'll be like, damn.
Yo,
hot dog
pause this
for
for a
at least
second.
an hour, maybe.
That hurts my heart. You guys are the beautiful people of this channel, of my comedy career, and it's only gonna go up from here, bro. I'm telling you. So whoever is a part of this initial, I think right now at the time of this recording, we're at like 340 something subscribers. Like, y'all are the originals, and I will never forget y'all. You know what I mean? Anybody before 1,000, I will let you know right now. My debut comedy special, Black Zeus Self-Portrait, is available early on my Patreon, which is also just launched. Can you launch that shit onto the screen for me real quick? Yep. Black Zeus on Patreon, patreon.com/aka Black Zeus. We got all this shit launching. Scroll down for me real quick and let's look at the tiers. I only got 3 tiers right. Actually, I think I have 4. And I'm actually going to restructure this. As of right now, it is the beautiful originals, the beautiful people, the gorgeous people, and scroll over for me one more. We got Supermodel, all right? Y'all are the beautiful people of Black Zeus, the podcast, of my comedy career, of all this. You already know that. You do anything comedy related this past week? Other than watch Corey Holcomb? Oh, shit.
No, not really.
Yo, if we're doing salutes, I gotta salute Corey Holcomb, bro.
Should we pull it up?
The OG, pull that shit up, nigga. We might as well. We're gonna talk about some comedy news right now. I don't know how many of y'all know him. You know, Corey Holcomb is a 40-year veteran, OG, nigga. So like, and I'll even concede to this. Me growing up, I didn't know him that well. As much of comedy as I know, I saw him on like the Shaq performances. Like Shaq every year did the NBA All-Star fucking. Those were fire. I would always see him, bro. He was always fire.
Yeah.
Like that abortion joke is what I always remember.
Oh, that's one of my favorite ones,
Bruh. But I never really paid attention to Corey like that because when I was growing up, I was a kid, bro. I got what was in front of me, but I gravitated towards the real shit. So like Chappelle at the time, like Chappelle show and all that shit.
Yeah.
Cat Williams. Corey never was an industry nigga like that. And now me, 13 years into my comedy career, there might not be a comedian I want to work with more than Corey Holcomb. Like, this nigga is the fucking... I let my nuts drag, nigga! Now, that was a bad Corey Holcomb impression, but these niggas, if you trying to make it in this game of Hollywood... Your asshole is gonna have to be sacrificed. Ain't no ways around it, nigga. Go subscribe, go watch, go support Corey Holcomb in the 5150 podcast. That nigga is an absolute legend. Like when everybody's bigging up Cat Williams and all that shit, like Corey's been doing this.
Yep.
Corey's been doing this. Not even silently, very vocally. And recently, me and Dante shooting messages back and forth like, yo, you watching this new Corey Holcomb?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, bro. This nigga,
my goodness.
This nigga done went at the king.
Well, also because this guy also got the Call of Duty from Cat. So he just been lit up, bro. Like he's been just like just...
Oh, but I forgot. Yeah, we got the applause sign.
But he's been like charged up.
Yeah.
Right? He's been going after all the people that are, you know, in the industry doing wrong, stealing jokes, like that one chick. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
But this latest episode, this man had no fear and he took a shot at the king.
But Corey has no...
That's what I'm saying.
Corey's that guy. The God, nigga.
Yeah.
They know who we are. They know who we are, nigga. Hoteppers. I'm talking that sass. Before we get like really into this, like that Cat Williams shit. Like I was talking to my homie about this the other day, and he said like what Cat Williams did for me, Kevin saying was different. It was like just snapped him out of this fucking. Like, I'm so grateful. Even though we talked about the Cat shit. That's probably the most successful episode of this podcast ever, by the way, that Cat Williams episode. But we talked about it very openly and honestly. And like I said immediately, I'm like, all this shit ain't gonna be true. But what he fucking did, bro, was just, bro, it was like a call out to all the real niggas, which is exactly like Corey even said it on his shit.
Yep.
He's like, I respect it. You're uprooting the game. That's what Corey said. You're uprooting the game. Like, you're uprooting all this dirt, which I'm with the shits, nigga, because, yo, fuck these niggas, bro. Because it's really time for the real to succeed. I'm ready. I've been spending 13 years becoming my realest self, becoming my most authentic self, not focusing on memes, bro. And look what happens. This is a side effect of not focusing your life on fucking social media and all this shit and living the life that everybody else is living and posting about and all this shit. Bro, in a day and age where there's so much rampant depression and anxiety, I have none of that shit. And that doesn't mean I don't deal with sad situations or whatever. My mental is so on point that when sad shit happens, I recognize it, I look it in the fucking eyes, and I just deal with whatever it is. And it's gone, and I don't carry any of that shit. I'm not on social media just scrolling my life away to forget about the pain that is burdening me. I deal with that shit. And like, if you're dealing with any shit, like, just know that you got it within you to fucking get through it. 100%. Now this sounds like some woke podcast type shit. It's not, but this is who we are. Dante too, bro. This is who the fuck we are. And that's going to shine like a motherfucker in this season. But let's get into this Corey Holcomb clip, because this nigga on his podcast recently went at Dave Chappelle, and I'll let you.
Well, because there's a little bit of context, because Dave Chappelle was responding to what Cat Williams said, right? And basically he was saying, like, why do you have to tear down the black comedian? Like, as a black person, why are you tearing down another black person?
Yeah.
Right? And just my personal take on that is, like, if we want to have quality control, right, we're going to have to be the ones that set the standard. Meaning, Cat has to call out these people, or else they're just going to let it slide. And trying to make sure that everyone does better by doing something that seems bad to the people that are being affected by it. Like, it doesn't make sense to be like, oh, like, don't say this because he's black and you're black, we're supposed to support. Like, he's supporting him by telling him to step your game up, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
So Dave's going on like, oh, well, you shouldn't be going at another black person. But it's like, oh, so only the white people can go at black people? Like, what is this? Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I do understand the point that he was making, though, obviously, like, because it's on a wide platform, you know what I mean? A lot of people, it's just more like, you know how people perceive things. There's more perception of the black man tearing the black man down type shit, I think is what he was going at.
Yeah, but Cat's trying to build all the black men up.
Hey, I agree with what you're saying. I just think that I don't know these niggas personally, so I don't.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from.
So back to this clip.
Yeah,
Corey Holcomb has some words to say.
Oh, he has more than a few words, bro.
Yeah, he's got a few sentiments.
This nigga's got the right type of energy.
Yeah. Should we play it?
Might as well play it.
All right.
My nigga Dave Chappelle be bombing like a motherfucker. I'm just keeping it real, dog. I have watched, whenever they say, hey, everybody, guess what? Special guest, Dave Chappelle. I'll be like, damn.
Yo,
hot dog
pause this
for
for a
at least
second.
an hour, maybe.
That hurts my heart, nigga, as a comic. But if you remember when we reviewed Dave Chappelle's new comedy special, I gave it like a 3, and you gave it like a 4.5. And I think that I personally believe that you just did that because it was Chappelle.
No, I thought it was.
It wasn't. You thought it was that good?
I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was like good. Like, you saw me. We were watching. I was
compared
laughing.
to his best, but you got to compare it to his best.
Okay, well,
You know,
I would have to rewatch them.
Like, that was
it's been a while.
Like, it wasn't anywhere near his worst, but it was like a very honest take. And again, this might fuck me over because I would love to work with Dave Chappelle. But like, it was like a 3.
Out of 5?
Out of 5. But then I can imagine if the special was a 3. You know how much work it takes to fucking build up that material?
Yes.
So what Corey is essentially saying is this nigga's been going around the country working on this special and bombing.
Yeah.
And took the best of that. And made the special. I'm like, damn, nigga, when you get to a position, when you get 50 mil, bro, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds great to me, but can I just get enough to support my my tribe, you know. I don't know, nigga.
Because he even goes on to say, like, when Corey goes up on stage, he can't just bomb for 3 hours. He's got to give them something good.
Yeah.
People are going to be cheesed. They're going to boo him. Da-da-da-da-da. But because Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle, he's allowed to bomb for 3 hours and sacrifice the whole show, sacrifice everybody's good time.
Which Corey definitely. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Too. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not trying to shit on the brother, but he needs to understand you throwing your weight around too much, man. Standing up there smoking with them irregular shirts on, bombing all the time. But if you go watch Dave Chappelle do stand-up, it was an old man at the Improv just stood up while Dave Chappelle was on stage. And he said, Dave, are you gonna crack some jokes?
Yo, bro. Okay, stop it there, bro. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I believe Corey, bro. This nigga, of all the comics that I really pay attention to, like he seems like one of the ones that really has actual integrity in this game.
Yep.
And you could tell because I've never seen him on TV too much.
Yep.
Like even the way he describes like his like he's just a comic, and this nigga is an example to me of I can be just a comic. I can just do my own shit. We can build our own platform.
Yep.
And after the conversation I had with one of my OGs yesterday, bro, we're about to crack open the States and we're about to have a real career in this bitch because there's not a comedy career you can really have in Canada that we haven't already had. Trust me, you've only been with me for 2 years and you've already seen the ceiling. So the fuck, my nigga, it sucks up in this bitch.
And it's cold.
And it's cold. So yeah, like Corey lets me know, bro.
Yeah.
Other niggas like Godfrey, Lil Duval, Eddie Griffin, bro. I gotta work with Eddie Griffin one day. Just a bunch. Like I would still love to work with Chappelle. There's so many. Mike Epps, bro. I want to work with Mike Epps, Cat. Even Gary Owen, nigga. Throw that white nigga up there, bro. I'd love to work with Gary. I used to watch that nigga on fucking Comic View. Comic View on BET. It's the 10th anniversary, so come on, laugh with me, play with me. I don't know what it's something like that. Something like that. The 10th anniversary song. That shit is like burned in my memory, bro. Yeah, bro. Just salutes to Corey Holcomb. Go watch the 5150 podcast. I don't want to be one of these niggas that just plays his clips and we just talk over it. Like we gave you enough, but let's talk about the fucking like. Given the last comedy special, it doesn't blow my mind to hear Corey say that he's going up there and bombing.
Well,
he's turned into a philosophical
type guy, but I'm sure you've heard stories and like from other comics on other podcasts and stuff. They talk about how they will just go up for hours.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be fire for the whole 4 hours.
No.
You know,
he just does it because he can.
Because he
can. He's saying you can't
throwing your weight around.
Throwing your weight around.
Yeah.
And just imagine being a comic, like, yo, you drove out to a club.
And you got bumped for 4 hours.
He's like, oh, but at first you're like, oh my God, it's Dave Chappelle, and you don't know. And then this nigga's 4 hours later. and this nigga's like, and the nigga had a dick. And the bitch had a dick. He's just talking about trans like 4 hours in. Shit, I'm never gonna get to work with Chappelle, am I? Fuck. No, I love you, Dave, bro. You're the guy that's Patrice on the wall. That looks even worse. That looks even worse. I'm gonna keep that in too. Look, I love you, is Patrice O'Neal on the wall. Yeah, no, like the more I am active in this game, the more I understand the business side of show business, the less impressed I am with everything that I used to be impressed with. And that doesn't mean that the shit is unimpressive. It just means like I don't have those rose tinted glasses on. You know what I mean? I'm seeing the shit for what it really is.
Yeah.
I saw Dave Chappelle live. It was great. It was right when he was coming back.
Okay.
So like when those two first comedy specials came out on Netflix, the very first two where he signed that deal for 6.
Yeah.
I saw those live. And they were great. Like but even then you could tell like he was different, which made sense. Like he was just coming back. He was like all buff and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this nigga's gone through a lot of shit. And funnily enough, my favorite of his new comedy specials is probably the most philosophical fucking. It's that bird revelation one. But that felt like it made more sense because he did it in the belly room of the Comedy Store. It was an intimate, like 30 people in the room. It made sense for him to be on a stool. Like he was on a stool. He made it feel like this is the storyteller show.
Yes.
And I love that shit.
Yeah.
But when you do like a big theater space and it's like I don't know. And then, I don't know. I'm not surprised to hear Corey say this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't make me happy. But at the same time, salutes to Corey because the way he described it is like no one's got the balls, but everyone in the industry, in the stateside, is saying there's the hushes of like this nigga shows up and fucking just bombs for.
Yeah.
It's like, and what's extra weird for me is because Chappelle was obviously an influence for me growing up. Like, one of the reasons I love philosophical comedies because that nigga.
Yeah.
George Carlin also, like a lot of it, like even Patrice is a philosopher, bro. But
sure.
But it's like what I'm grateful that I locked into was it's got to be funny.
Yes.
Like we're comedians at the end of the day. If I have a message, that's great. But I'm not. Then go be a fucking TED Talk. Like go be a speechwriter or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's not what I got in it. I got in because I'm a comedian. It's got to be fucking funny. Like it has to be funny.
Yeah.
And I went through my fucking waves of trying to figure that out. I'm like, yo, fuck it, bro. I want to talk about more meaningful shit. And then it was like stumbling, but now it's like I know how to pepper in the funny.
Yeah,
bro, it's gotta be funny, bro.
That's the first thing. It has to be funny, at least. So, at a comedy show, for 4 hours,
literally the number one.
And there's no jokes.
Task for the job. How far in are it?
45.
We're 45 minutes in. Maybe we'll cover the other story next week. Let's do the poll results. I know.
I say we do the poll. We don't gotta do.
No, let's do the poll results real quick.
We'll do the poll results.
Let's do the poll results real quick.
I say we do the story as well.
Yeah, I say we do it too. Like, what? So that's the comedy recap, and that's the comedy news for this week. Go check out Corey Holcomb's 5150 podcast. Go check out live comedy wherever you are. Get off your fucking phone after you watch this and after you watch the other shit. Or just maybe try and gravitate towards more meaningful shit and then just get off your phone.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 5.
What's up, beautiful people? Thank you for watching this. If you like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification button. We got new podcast episodes every Wednesday, comedy clips and segment clips throughout the week. Follow me. I'm AKA Black Zeus on all social media. Dante is Person1Prod. And, stay beautiful. Peace, peace.